Hello everybody. In the current affairs this week, the week ended 7th of April 2024. First of all, the Indian stock markets, the Nifty 50 was plus by 0.84%. Nifty mid cap was up by around 4%, and Nifty small cap was up by 6.5%. So whatever was the lost ground in respect of the mid caps and small caps in the earlier weeks is now getting recovered. And this is showing the kind of confidence which the investors have in the mid cap and small cap segment of the Indian stock market. The sectors which did well this week were Nifty Metals, which was up by 5%. Nifty Realty and Nifty PSU banks were both up by around 4%. The Nifty FMCG was a laggard, and which was by and large unchanged despite the strong equity market in India. The commodity markets internationally were on an upswing. Brent crude is now in the range of more than $90 to a barrel. It was up by 4% this week. Gold was up by 4%, and silver was up by a massive 10%. Coming to the US stock markets and the US markets in general, the 10-year GSEC yield in the US was up from 4.21% to 4.40%. One of the reasons for that was the strong commodity markets, which would not allow the inflation to fall, and the US Fed to cut their interest rates very soon. Nasdaq and S&P 500 were moderately soft, and they were down by around 1%. This week, I wanted to talk about a company which is very much respected insofar as technology is concerned by all of us. I'm talking of company Tesla. Tesla, in the year 2024, we are just 3 months down in the year 2024, and the stock is down massive 33%. The high of Tesla stock was in January 2022, when it was at $400, and today that very stock is at $166. The reason attributed to this falling stock prices was dropping sales, competition from companies like BYD of China and VinFast of Vietnam, and last but not the least, the persona and the views of Elon Musk. Now, what is the future for Tesla? It is said that FSD, full self-driving vehicles, is the future for Tesla, and they are working very strongly on it. They feel that in future, one would feel strange that, oh, humans drew cars, and that is what they are working on. Tesla is also planning and evaluating the possibility of setting up a plant in India very soon, and they are planning to invest somewhere in the range of $2 to $3 billion in India in setting up its facility in an emerging market and a promising market. Late, but at least now in India they are planning to set up. The earthquake in Taiwan was a great learning for everybody who are looking at how to tackle with casualties and out of whatever nature would offer and how humans can react. The earthquake in Taiwan was quite severe, 7.2, on the Richter scale, which was the worst in last 25 years for Taiwan. But from the last earthquake, whatever happened, Taiwan learned a lot. They revised their building codes, and all the buildings in the country were supposed to follow the new code, which was quite a response to the earthquakes. And it is for this reason the casualties were just 9 deaths, and the production in their chip manufacturing plants across Taiwan was restarted in just 24 hours. Lastly, I would like to talk about the valuations commanded by the Indian stock markets. I came across through a very nice discussion wherein it was discussed that people just look at P's and PB's, price earning and price to book ratios, and try to determine the valuations of stock and the stock market of a particular country in general. When it comes to these standards, yes, the Indian stock markets are richly valued. But one of the factors which is very special insofar as India is concerned is the quality of governance in respect of several companies and for the government. In the discussion, it was said that when it comes to corporate governance of Indian banks and you compare it with the Chinese banks, or Indian companies and you compare it with the Korean and even the Japanese companies, the corporate governance in Indian companies is quite better. When it comes to the corporate governance of the country and the government, there could be hardly any country which is an emerging market where a company, a foreign company, can sue the Indian government in the Indian courts. There have been several instances right from Vodafone, which is based out of UK. They choose to sue the Indian government in the Indian courts. And that is the kind of corporate governance which gives a lot of comfort and valuations to the Indian stock markets and the Indian corporates. Thank you.